Hello everybody, welcome back, It's the third video that I'm posting today. It's the daily report. I want to say thank you for watching and thank you for supporting in there, and thank you for buying a coffee. If you don't know how to buy a coffee, take a look the link below. I will appreciate your coffee. I love coffee. If you know me, you know how much I love coffee. Put here for you this guy that you see it right now. It's actually this side right there. That will be a Jupiter. That will be the growth. And it's going to be very interesting because the moon is going to be moving through Aquarius. She's going to be squaring that growth. Looking at the side of it within these energies is you need to understand that every revolution out there, every energies that has been for it, and you put all your focus, intentions, and the growth and so on. Sometimes when you push way too much, when you force too much, there is a things that you losing. And every time when you gain something, you're losing something. When a time when you lose something, you gain something. That's what it's called energies exchange. Putting it in there because right now the growth in the material world, the situations that goes on, specifically that with all those crazy energies that goes on at Capricorn, with the situations and things. Look at inside of you how you're reacting on of things. Okay, how you do it. Currently, there is a lot going on within the energies, and that can put additional pressure within you. Suggesting you to look at it inside of yourself today of what you have to develop in you, what you have to grow within you. What is your future plans to grow on Earth? What is your future plans you to go ahead and fix your material world? Because that's what your Uranus and Jupiter are going in there. They're going and they're in Taurus. So with that being said, I'm going to be giving you the chart right now with this, as long as my software cooperates with it. There you go. All right, so you should be seeing it. There he is. That's at 7 o'clock in the morning. And talking about Jupiter again, as you see it, Mars is going to be a very early, right in here at the ascendant. That is a directly trine with Jupiter, and is a direct sextile with Saturn, learning in the primary to drive that force of Jupiter going forward. But the internal work is going to be what I don't see, what is a behind the veil, what is it behind everything. And as a Jupiter is going to be squaring Pluto and the Moon at this time in there, you're going to find out that this intensity over the day is going to begin to climb up in order for you to understand of some of the things in there that you have to go with the flow, arise within the flow. What crashes, it crashes, but what crashes is actually an opportunity you to grow with this. Somebody throws your stones with you, collect it, build a castle. That's what that is. All right, so talking about the next hour, the ascendant is going to be, the sun is going to be pretty much rising in the horizon. Midheaven is going to be at Scorpio. Those intense energies from the ascendant down below to the north node and Chiron, they're gonna be focusing within you. What do you have to do? What do you gotta get? You gotta go somewhere. You gotta go forward in life, and what is just stopping you? Those intense energies, you had them from before. You know them. You're familiar with it, and you know what's just stopping you. Okay. But what does that mean is that the ascendant is a semi-square with Saturn. Fears, something that is behind the veil, something that you fail to see. And usually you fail to see because you are afraid to see what you can see in there. And there's going to be on the day that you're going to be looking at for something to see out there. You're going to be seeking for something. And talking about the next hour, the midheaven is going to be at Sag in there. That inner work that it's coming towards the ascendant within these positions. It's gonna be a pretty kind of like interesting energies because the fogginess is gonna be kicked in around 8 o'clock. It's like, oh my God, I see things, but I'm not fully awake, or I'm still sleeping, or I'm somewhere else. Maybe a shifting within a timelines. You are here on this timeline, but you see something else. And be mindful of where the ego is going to be leading you in there. Be mindful what you're telling yourself, because Mercury squaring Neptune can create more mess than it is. Okay, don't make a elephant from the fly, right? It's still a fly. Don't make it an elephant in there, but seek inside of yourself of the actions that you're going to be. Are you mature enough not to do it? And that is going to be this Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. Beautiful, beautiful flowing energies. Use your masculine energies inside of yourself to help you out. So, in the next hour, the ascendant is going to be going into Pisces. Mars is going to be coming up in the next hour, and you're going to be wondering what is your visions are, what you should do, what you should react with in there. Just don't be a panic. The panic never helps out. But that midheaven energy, it is primarily connecting with Chiron and the North Node of about your future. If you're worried about the future may never come because you're not doing anything in the present. And that lessons in there is about what you're going to do in the present. And what you're going to do in the present is more connecting with in the next hour. But since the Saturn here, it's in the rising of the horizon, is going to show you the limitations, the situations, and the fears. That there is a lot more beyond the fears. It's called growth, gain, happiness, maturity, abundance. Would you do that? In the next hour, which is that's going to be the Midheaven Union together with Mars, you know what to do. I mean, the authority is going to be looking at what it needs to be growing. The Pluto is going to be suppressing what is telling you what the areas of concern you need to grow, and the Moon is going to be like, okay, I know what that is. Okay, but if you're given the powers of where the Jupiter is suppressing, it says not now, and your tuition is like, what's going on? What about not now? Not now is not now. Okay, you are gonna be feeling that energies. You may feel like you're gonna go against your bosses. You're gonna go against the world. You're gonna be crapping out everything and everybody. It's all about you to gain the wisdom in there and take the new approach. The new approach is past your limitations, past yourself, and gain the wisdom. You don't have to go and beat the crap of somebody. All you have to do is be wise enough what to fight, when to fight, and if there is gonna be a fight. And stay away from the drama and the trauma that other people have, because that moon is gonna be trigger everything. Okay? But if you have this masculine energies in there, being a pro within you, which is Mars is calling a Capricorn, you're gonna have a great time. All right, so talking about the next hour, the midheaven is with the sun. That's gonna be squaring the north node. In here, the authority is like, what should I do in life? What should I do with this? What should it? You should take a new road. Continue doing the same thing over and over. It's not gonna be changing anything, and that's what the moon is telling you. That's what the moon is asking about it. It's like you need to begin new, but you have to know what new, how to act and react. Okay, don't react in the old way. You're gonna have those triggers. You have not mature. Jupiter is gonna be challenging you. Have you grow? And the only way you can test in that is through your emotions. And keep your emotions down, grounded. Use the authority. Use the Mars energy of that Capricorn cardinal Earth. Ground yourself out. Ground your authority. Step on the earth, being real, real on the earth. That is going to help you guys. All right, so talking about the next hour, of course, the moon is going to be and I mean you in there with the ascendant of the Gemini can be a friends instead of having a conflict. And that midheaven is going to be kind of like helping you to balance Saturn and balance Mars energies in there. It's going to be connecting with this courage, the courage to do the right things when it's the right things, but not escaping the conflicts, but sees why the conflicts occurs. What is their root cause? Fixing the root cause, there will be no conflicts. Then you have nothing to fight for it, nothing to revolve for it. Because that revolutions that you wanted to do is going to be asking that emotions to go against the growth. Well, you have to mature first to understand what is the root. Maybe the root is something that has nothing to do with the primary concerns in there. Maybe it's something in a subconscious level. All right. So as you see it, the energies they're going to be a little bit more intense in there because midheaven it's going to be giving you kind of like a flavor what's going to happen tomorrow when the moon is going to be at that degrees and squaring Uranus. You're going to have these visions of tomorrow, and it's going to be preparing. Are you fighting the universe? Can't fight the universe. I stayed that long time ago. And Uranus there, it's gonna be squaring there. It's like I'm still teaching you guys. I'm still teaching you the proper things. You need to understand. That's what I do. So when it's time for changes, you can learn the sudden changes. But right now, is the sudden changes is to look in your subconscious, not in your emotions, not in all these things inside of it. And it's the same time, I'm gonna be doing it this within yourself so you can become wise. You can finish and kind of accomplish what you have came in here in this life. You're here to understand that love, but you're gonna learn that tomorrow. But the glimpses is gonna be coming in that hour today. So talking about the next hour, midheaven is with Saturn. You're gonna be working on this Saturn hours, those limitations in there of what you cannot do, because you need to understand the proper understanding that your actions lead a cause. The cause has an effect, and before you do anything else, you need to understand your effects that you're going to do. What the effect will be. And if the effect will harm you, your North Node, which is that's what you need to protect the most, your future, in there is when you have the wisdom inside of yourself, as the Saturn is the teacher on that, Saturn is the karmic ruler, and Saturn is teaching you what the proper way of handling that karma is. To clear the karma, but to not create the karma, but create the opposite. Being at peace of what's going on and our actions leading to peace is actually become the dharma, your spiritual wisdom, internal peace, as it comes as to the point of nirvana within yourself. And Saturn is going to be using the mysteries within Pisces to give you that deep hiding within your consciousness inside of you. All right, so talking about the next hour, the energies will shift. Midheaven is going to be close to Neptune, that Neptunization's in there. The ascendant is going to be at Cancer. We are going to have some of these Cancer family situations in there because that ascendant is opposing the Sun and it's squaring the North Node. Karmic family creation or a spiritual family that you're about to build in that is blessed by the universe. What will you choose? What authority will you choose? And just because you may not see it, but I'm going to point out that ascendant here that is at the 20 degrees. It is beautiful aspects with Uranus. Uranus gives these energies to the sun, the authority within yourself. That energy goes to the midheaven and the inner work that you do and goes back into the family. You understanding the proper way of building family on earth under the divine guidance. You get in the messages. Uranus is a retrograde. But if you have your own visions about what family is, you go ahead and go against the authority that is. You're going against yourself. And then what kind of family would you have? Distort energies create distort families. That's what you need to look and understand and not repeat those mistakes anymore. That's what is the end of this cycle in there. That's how we are going into Aquarius. And talking about the next hour, the energy is a little bit calm down, except one thing. This is going to be an energy of preview of what the full moon is be. This full moon is going to be triggering a lot of people, especially we're talking about people who are immature, people who has not grown, people who have a wounded inner child, people who have those energies and Leo, because Pluto is the center of the attentions right now. And since the sun is gonna comes in and there, I made a special report about this. You should take a look at it. Talking about the 21st of January. You should see what's gonna happen in 2 years from now. In that particularly point where the Pluto is. This is one of the portal of Age of Aquarius is getting opened. And it's gonna be opposing that visions inside of it. This is gonna be basically the era of ending of the kings, the kingdoms, the rulers, the oppressors, the controllers, the control freaks. All those things is gonna comes in, and it's gonna comes in. It says like, now you have to build yourself up as wisdom, as honor, decency, manners, respect. That's what this is going to be. It's not have nothing to do with the people who have a Leo. People who have a Leo, they choose that in there. I'm talking about the gravitational energy that's going to come towards the Earth. So look at it, and that energy is going to tell you a lot because it's connecting with the full moon and Leo. There is a report for that too. All right, so talking about the next hour, that ascendant is going to be opposing the moon and the moon squaring Jupiter. Exactly. A lot of the people who does not like this rulers, these controllers, these mind freaks, and so on and so on, they want to rebel. But as I stated, guys, during those emotions, when you looking at that your own demons or the demons of the others, don't create new one. Gain the wisdoms inside of it. It's gonna be a hard because the moon is not gonna have any other aspects. That's gonna put a lot of pressure, intensity within. But thank God the moon is in the sixth house. It's about to show us what we have to heal in there. And what we have to heal in there has a lot to do with Lilith. All right, so talking about the next hour, the ascendant is still going to be at Leo, but this time it is like I need to heal, I need to focus within. I'm not going to fight the universe anymore. I am just going to go and get these energies inside of me. I'm going to be working for fixing my destiny, and Venus is going to begin to have this beautiful trines with Chiron and the North Node. Energy is going to be flowing of that positions in there, but midheaven with Jupiter squaring the moon is going to create more issues because the moon is going to be like, I'm going to blow it off, I'm going to send this message, I'm going to make these people small, I want to have revenge, I want to get this, I want to get that. But Mars is in positive way. But if you don't manage your emotions, you won't be managing the proper way of doing this evolution. It's not about only personal situations. It is about to go above and beyond within your consciousness in there. because telling the people or doing the things right within the consciousness is got more power than any other physical forms or expressions or anything right there. And sometimes this Aquarius energy is more expressive in that. So kind of like a stay away from this personally. You're gonna learn. All right, so talking about the next star, which is going to be at 8 o'clock in the afternoon, opposing Saturn energies. Um, this is going to be helpful in a way, but at the same time, it's going to put this limits, fears, and so on and so on. And looking at that energy, what do you need to do? Put the love where it's supposed to be. Okay, put the love where it's supposed to be. Put your actions where they're supposed to be. The love, it is about gonna come in from the North Node and Chiron with Venus, and the same time the actions they are gonna be coming as a healer, as a precise energies, these perfections in the Earth is gonna come in with Jupiter and Mars. Your actions, your growth, they're gonna be like, I'm happy. I grow. I outgrow myself. And I'm happy with what I've done within me. And that's going to have reflecting with the people around me. Maybe they can grow the same way I did. That is the Aquarius wisdom for you. And we're talking about in the next hour the divine energies are with Virgo. If you have Aries or Aquarius energies with Virgo, you know what I'm talking about. The divine is going to come in and pouring towards you. You might have issues with the love, however, because that's going to be squaring Venus, and at the same time, it's going to be squaring the midheaven at Gemini. Maybe looking at something within yourself, that duality that it's there. Can you be the best friend within yourself? Can you be a best friend with your demons and use your demons to protect you, but not you? They can take you the things from within. A lot of inner work. The moon, it's gonna be a beautiful time with this. And the moon, there is if you have anything on those degrees, the moon currently is at 11 degrees of Aquarius. You're gonna find that energy is very, very powerful because those are the energies of the healing the past and going into the future. Learn from the failure and build for a new success. Damn it. Those divine energies between Virgo and Aquarius are. Because the next energies we're talking about, that Chiron and the North Node are going to be putting towards Virgo, it is about let me heal of my failure and I have to reach my destiny. Give it another shot. Being who I am. I am that I am. Powerful words, guys. And we're talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 10 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course, you're going through the things. You're going to find things. You're going to see things. And you're not going to like what you see. Or you're going to have the fears of what you see. Or ego is going to come out and show up his ugly head. And it's like, all this low talk from within you. Looking at those energies in there, midheaven is divine energies with the sun, and the ascendant, the rising energies, they are very good with the sun. So you should look at it, what you are authorizing from within yourself. Okay, look at that authority. That authority can help you to become the pro within. That energy is very good with Neptune. That energy is very good with what you're currently you need to do. You need to put the divine to work from within yourself. And the last hour, which is going to be at the 11 o'clock, it's pretty much the same, similar diagram. The only thing that is different than yesterday is that the moon have these divine energies with Lilith right now in there. But that divine energy is between Saturn and Jupiter has been affecting a lot within Libra. So pay attention to what you have there. Where is your house is of Libra? On what stand is there? Okay. If that is your seventh house, God bless your soul. It's about relationship in the right energy, the right place. If that is your first house, so you're the peacemaker, you're at peace. Because there's gonna be a lot of war within you. And that war it's coming because the ascendant is squaring Mars. And Mars it is opposing midheaven at Cancer. That is at the time when the balance is not made and the balance is affecting the family and of course the work. So if you don't have a balance within the relationship, everything goes. You know that. You probably experienced that for it. But what you have to do is looking at the divine growth within yourself and don't allow those lower energies to get you. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Be love, and I'll see you tomorrow.